Hey guys, TechMentor with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about iOS 16 on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, iOS 16 was just recently released. Now you can go ahead and download it. If you haven't, you can simply go into settings and then look in general and then software update, and you'll see iOS 16.0 is out. So initial version of the official iOS 16 has been out since the announcement of iOS 14, which will be available to customers again this week. So that's why we were able to get iOS 16. Now, iOS 16 has a lot of promises, a lot of new features that we'll talk about in this video, along with some of the performance things we've seen so far with iOS 16, the battery, any sort of bugs, and how our experience have been with iOS 16 in terms of using it so far for a couple of days. Of course, if you haven't downloaded, go ahead. You can download it again. iPhone 12 Pro Max here, give you background on it. It was released back in of November of 2020. Now that's almost close to 2 years now. You might think this phone is kind of old in that sense, but actually this phone in Apple sense is pretty new, and a lot of users are still using the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now the 12 Pro Max has a lot of cool features. Of course, you have the triple 12 megapixel camera on the back here, and then you got a front 12 megapixel camera, and then a powerful A14 Bionic chip with 6 gigs of RAM, and of course a decent sized battery, 3687 mAh battery. And if you remember the 12 Pro here, Max here, the bigger size one. Now, of course, there's also 13 Pro Max that comes after this one. Again, the 12 Pro Max, there hasn't been too much of an update here. You still have 5G ready on this one, and then of course, this 6.7-inch display makes this phone a phenomenal go-to device for people with average to large size hands, because you can do anything from your social media to your entertainment, watching movies, streaming stuff, all that and much more is phenomenal on this device. So downloading iOS 16, if you haven't downloaded, a couple things here. It's going to take about 3 to 4 gigs to download. So if you don't have that space, you'll need to make that space here available, which isn't too bad for you. But once you download it, you're ready to go. And we downloaded so far, and we started to test out all the major applications that most people use, from your social media app to entertainment and apps to productivity app. All of that has been working smoothly without any issues so far. A couple new features of iOS 16 that you might have already heard or seen is things around customization of lock screen. As you can see now, we can set any of these lock screen as we like. We can customize all of that, add a new one, change it on the fly. So that's probably a really sought out feature that you might have seen or are starting to see. Again, cool feature to have. You can customize things like adding widget and apps and all of that and much more. So that's first thing that you'll probably see with this version of iOS 16. Now, next thing you'll probably see, again, this is probably the reason why most people will want iOS 16 right now, is this ability to control your text message. What we mean by that is that if you send a text, right, you can now do is you can actually send a text. So we'll go ahead and send a text to someone and show you that once you send a text, now you can do a couple of things. You can go ahead and click on it, edit that text message, or you can add there more stuff, and then you can hit that done. As you can see, it's been edited. We can also go ahead and do undo send as well. Pretty cool. Again, wasn't available in the past. Now you can. You can also go ahead and unread or reply later by simply clicking on a message. You do that and the notification will be there. Again, this feature we're missing, but it's available now. Other features that you might be interested in: updates to the focus mode. Again, focus mode really allows you to avoid the distraction, eliminate distraction, and go make the most of it. You'll see new focus mode comes out. You can also customize focus mode to your liking. A lot more there. Again, you can check it out. And you also see an updated feature list for notifications. You can see notifications here that are popping up. Now you can get notifications for apps as well here on the home screen, depending on which app that you want to customize and get notification, like scores for sports and much more. So overall, all of these are kind of the features that you'll see. Of course, there's been more enhancement as well, which you can see here. And then there's also this ability to be able to go ahead and remove background of images. Again, to just show you a quick recap how that's done. Again, another neat feature, let's say we have a picture here. We just want to take the background out of it and want the picture of the photo. We can just simply hold it, and then you can move it out and send it to someone. Maybe you want to add it to a note here, we can just simply go ahead and click on node here, and as you can see, we just removed the background. Just simple as that. We can go ahead and drag it and take it somewhere else. So this is a pretty new cool feature. Again, for those people that love editing stuff, you can definitely go ahead and edit that, and you can see how quick it is, and such a neat feature that you might be, again, interested in looking at it. And you can also go through the list of tips that Apple shares here. As we mentioned, all of these that comes up as personalized lock screen, your ability to reply later. You can also unsend email, as you can see right here. If you send something and you want to go ahead undo that, that's also possible of it. So all of the features that you expect, of course, on iOS 16 on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, because it's such a new device, will be available there and ready to go. So you won't have any issues there. So far we haven't experienced any performance issues. What we mean by that, we haven't experienced any lag or anything. The device has been working as it should, like on iOS 15 and iOS 16. So and again, you shouldn't expect any issues because it is a powerful device with that 6 gig of RAM and A14 Bionic chip on it. So there shouldn't be any issues because of the hardware that this device have. And iOS 16 is just only 2 updates later since it's been developed. So the other thing we want to talk about is the battery life. So we mentioned that the iPhone 12 Pro Max does have one of the bigger batteries out there now. As you notice here, we mentioned it's a 36787 mAh battery, and huge battery. Life expectancy of the battery has been, again, stable so far. No issues there. Battery has been stable. Like we said, we get the same amount of battery life as we did on iOS 15. It looks like we haven't really noticed any dip in battery performance, again, which is a good indicator that iOS 16 has been stable so far. Like with any major software update, because this is the initial 16.0 version, expect a 16.1 and 2 and much more. After everyone starts using it, there'll probably be bugs and security fixes that Apple will come out and fix it. But so far on the major version of iOS 16.0, iPhone 12 Pro Max has been working as expected. No issues there. So if you guys want to go ahead and download it, go ahead and do it. If not, you can always wait, or you can even stay on 15.7, and when you go ahead and download it, you'll see that the update does have a new version of 15 as well out for those people who aren't comfortable to upgrading to 16. A couple things also, when you do download, you'll need about 3 to 4 gigs, and expect to wait around, depending on how good your Wi-Fi connection is, probably half an hour or so for it to download and install it for you. But once you're downloaded and installed, you're ready to go. You'll be able to use all the features like you should be on iPhone 12 Pro Max on iOS 16. So that's our review of it. We want to hear from you guys. What's your thought on iOS 16 on the iPhone 12 Pro Max? If you already downloaded or installed it, if you had experienced any issues, if you like it or not, leave a comment in the comment section. Also, if you guys haven't hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you do that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.